Rams 26, Giants 25. Rams moved to 9-7, clinch a playoff spot. Giants moved to 5-11. Got a little dicey at the end. Man, a 94-yard punt return. Gunnar Olszewski. While the Rams were up 7, and a 94-yard punt return with 3:49 left, which looks like the Rams might be blowing their season here on the punt return. And then Giants go for 2 in a failed attempt. We had Tyrod Taylor wide open, Saquon Barkley in the flat. Did he just miss him?
Yeah. Easiest pass of the day. Missed.
Just missed Saquon Barkley. And that wasn't the end of the game. They still had attempts at the end. But Tyrod overall.
And a kick attempt.
Yeah.
Mason Crosby.
And then a missed field goal at the end. I mean, the Rams did what they could to keep the Giants in this game, but they pull it off 26-25.
Yeah, I was trying to work out whether that was a classic case of Mason Crosby having forgotten how to kick for the 17th time in his career, or whether the wind took that one. It was difficult to tell.
It's tough kicking there, man.
It is, yeah. And it looked like that was on line until the wind took it, but it's sometimes difficult to tell whether that's wind or if it's just the way you kick the ball is going to send it like a fade or a draw or whatever in that direction. So that was tough to tell. Yeah, it was a game that sort of felt all the way through like the Rams should ease away at some point and then just didn't. And in fact, kept finding ways to send the Giants back into it, whether it was that punt return from Olszewski. Stafford missed high on a play, ends up being an interception. That was right after the Tyrod Taylor to Darius Slayton deep shot again. That he's had a couple of those every time he started, essentially some really nice passes that have flipped the field. So they get one of those, get a touchdown. Stafford then hits high, gives them the ball again. Then you get the Olszewski. Like, there were a lot of things that kept breaking the Giants' way just as you were sort of expecting this game to ease away and go in the direction of the Rams. But, like, this is what certainly Tyrod Taylor has had the Giants doing this season, is hanging tough in these games that shouldn't be close.
Oh, yeah. I mean, some huge plays there. I mean, remember Tyrod's deep ball, I think it was 2015. It was one of the best in the league, thrown to Sammy Watkins. That was Sammy Watkins' best season, if I recall. And then it's always been aesthetically pleasing watching Tyrod down the field, but he kind of lost the touch and the feel because his actual downfield numbers weren't great for a few years. But the last few weeks, we're seeing, kind of old school Tyrod throwing the ball down the field.
This was also the story of this season has been every time somebody is declared an MVP, that guy has a terrible game, right? Richard Sherman took all kinds of crap because he was like, Josh Allen is MVP. Josh Allen doesn't have a good game and goes crazy rugby and, blah, blah, blah. You made a point of saying Matthew Stafford should be MVP last week.
You're misquoting me. I said a part of the conversation.
Matthew Stafford goes out there with a 48 passing grade, no big-time throws, and 3 turnover-worthy plays in this game.
I also, may have jinxed him there, too. He coming into the game. Remember, this was a battle of the 2 lowest turnover-worthy play percentages in the NFL among quarterbacks. Mm-hmm. Tyrod only had 1, but, Stafford did have 3 in this game. He had been doing a great job of taking care of the ball. This is
why Lamar wins MVP by virtue of being the only player this season to not jinx it once he gets labeled MVP.
Pretty much.
Brock Purdy, Tyreek Hill, Matthew Stafford with you, Josh Allen, like every other quarterback or player that's been talked about as MVP has immediately fallen apart the second that's happened, except Lamar.
What I want to know, who would Emmanuel Acho vote for MVP? I think it would be Tyler Linderbaum or something like that. Well, the Ravens are the best team. The center for the best team in the league runs the show. Therefore, it's Linderbaum. That's what Acho would say.
No, he would find like Jalen Hurts or something, right? The narrative is Jalen Hurts is playing badly and he's let them.
Oh no, he wants to have a serious conversation about Jalen.
Oh, he does.
Yeah,
okay.
Serious conversation.
Then maybe Goff. The Lions. Joe Flacco. He would vote for Joe Flacco for MVP. You think comeback player of the year? No. I say MVP.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
That's who it is.
I also feel like he would be a voter of omission. He would be like NFL scoring is down, therefore it's Tom Brady because he retired. And the scoring's down in the NFL, so Tom Brady's the most valuable player, something like that. The guy that didn't play is the MVP. Anyway, that's a waste of time, Steve. Real big waste of time. This was important to just get the win for the Rams because they had the Niners next week, and they didn't know if the Niners were going to be playing for something or what. But the Rams get into the playoffs here, and as ugly as it was, to me, it's the Rams offense that is most intriguing. Kyron Williams with 3 touchdowns again, and when Stafford's not turning the ball over, they are really tough to defend right now. The other guy who deserves a ton of credit on the Rams, Kobe Turner, the rookie defensive tackle these last few weeks. Incredible stretch here. His PFF grade for the season is up to 84.6. That may actually be higher than Jalen Carter now. We were giving Jalen Carter all this love early in the season, 9th overall pick, a no-brainer slam dunk. Over the last few weeks, we have Kobe Turner with an 80, 72, 81, and then a 92 grade in this one. He's leading all rookies in sack totals. If you're into that whole thing, he's got 11 sacks by PFF numbers, 9 by the NFL if you include negated plays. I think it's officially 8.5 maybe by the NFL, but 49 pressures. Had 11 in this one. Kobe Turner, right next to Aaron Donald, becoming a really good player for the Rams, and it's this stretch since about week 12 where he's been outstanding. Of course, I always say, hey, you played the Browns and you played not the Browns, the Cardinals and the Giants. It depends on who you play, the Commanders, but impressive performance here by Kobe Turner, who we both loved coming out, and the Rams maybe got a steal here in the 3rd round in the draft.
Yeah, we speculated coming into this game that it might be a rough one for John Michael Schmitz, the rookie center, in large part because of Aaron Donald, without focusing on Kobe Turner. It was.
It was.
John Michael Schmitz, 8 pressures for a center is pretty catastrophic, including a sack, and the rest of the interior didn't do an awful lot better either.
I liked him coming out too.
Yeah.
That's a miss for me so far.